Bonjour, c'est Rachel DeMeo. Hello, this is Rachel DeMeo. Aujourd'hui, on va regarder comment poser des questions. Today we're going to look at how to ask questions in the French language. Donc, il y a deux façons de poser des questions en français. So, there are two ways to ask a question in French. In English, we often just say do and then ask a question. In French, there are two ways to do that. Unlike the Spanish, where you might have the interrogation mark at the beginning or the upside down interrogation mark at the beginning of a sentence that asks for a question, we don't have that in the French language, but we do have something at the beginning of the sentence that will tell us whether it's a question or not. One way we can ask a question is by just using est-ce que, and putting est-ce que in front of a positive affirmative sentence. Donc, regardez l'exemple. Il est français. He is French. Il est français. By putting est-ce que in front of it, you're actually saying, is he French? Est-ce qu'il est français? Est-ce qu'il est français? It's saying, is he French? So by putting est-ce que in front of any sentence, that will make it be a question. Donc, est-ce que? Another way that you can ask a question in the French language is by using what we call inversion, the inversion. Inversion is the inversion of the personal pronoun and the verb. So instead of having the personal pronoun and then the verb, you would actually invert the two and have the verb and then the personal pronoun. If the subject is not the personal pronoun, it could be a person's name, then you would have the person's name, then the verb, and then add the personal pronoun that's inverted, and that will make it a question. Looking at these examples, that might make a little bit more sense. So using inversion with our first example, il est français, to make it a question, est-il français? Est-il français? So now let's look and compare with using est-ce que, and then also using the inversion. D'accord? Donc, Antoine est à l'école. Est-ce qu'Antoine est à l'école? So don't forget with est-ce que, if the next word starts with a vowel, just with like many other words, you actually would put a apostrophe, apostrophe, and take out the e. Okay? Donc, est-ce qu'Antoine est à l'école? Or you can say, Antoine est-il à l'école? Antoine est-il à l'école? Marie est gentille. Est-ce que Marie est gentille? Marie est-elle gentille? So again, those are the two ways that you can ask a question. Of course, a lot has to do with the intonation of your voice, because you could say Marie est gentille and make it a question as well. Petite note concernant l'inversion. Si le verbe ne se termine pas en T ou avec un T, on rajoute un T. So when you're using inversion, if the verb does not end in the letter T, you actually want to add a T. In the examples provided above, they ended with a T, so it was easy to hear est-il ou est-elle, and you hear the T. If the verb does not end with a T and it has a vowel, you actually want to add a T. Donc regardez ces exemples. Elle parle français. Parle-t-elle français? So you added the T to not have the two vowels next to each other, which kind of clashes. So to kind of break it up, you add the T avec deux tirets with the two hyphens, and then that breaks it up so it sounds better. On mange. Mange-t-on? Mange-t-on? So those are the two main ways that you would ask a question using inversion, the inversion, or est-ce que. Now, let's look at some other questions. On va regarder d'autres questions. Donc, on va commencer avec qui. Qui. So, qui means who. Donc, répétez qui. Qui. Donc, des exemples. Qui c'est? Allô? Qui c'est? C'est Jacques. Okay, so qui c'est or qui est means who is it. You could also actually say c'est qui. Qui êtes-vous? Who are you? Qui êtes-vous? Je suis la tante de Pierre. C'est qui ce monsieur? C'est qui ce monsieur? c'est le professeur de maths, Monsieur Olivier. So you can see that using c'est, which means it is, which is often used in the place of saying he is or she is, as we will look at, that will often be the answer when you're saying qui, who. Ensuite, on a quoi ou qu'est-ce que. The next one we have is the English way of saying what. We have two ways of saying that. We could say quoi or qu'est-ce que. Now, if you're wanting a person to repeat something, then you could say quoi, but that is very familiar and a little bit informal. So you could just say excusez-moi ou vous pouvez répéter, and that's a more polite way of saying what, or saying excuse me, excusez-moi, vous pouvez répéter, can you repeat? Quoi you would use with someone that you know or are familiar to. If I said quoi, then I usually know them. Otherwise, if you're just trying to say what, such as what is that, then you could say c'est quoi. Like in the first example, c'est quoi? C'est une raclette. So, qu'est-ce que c'est la raclette? What is raclette? Raclette is very good. It's well, you have to have an appareil à raclette, a raclette machine, and usually it can be square or round, and you melt cheese underneath, and once the cheese is melted, over the top you put maybe vegetables or ham or potatoes and cornichons and pickles, and once the cheese is melted, you put it over that, and c'est super bon, very, very good. Donc une raclette, c'est ça, c'est une raclette. Ensuite, qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire? So, what do you like to do? Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire? J'aime faire la cuisine. Qu'est-ce que c'est le cadeau? Le cadeau, qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un appareil photo numérique. So, the gift is a digital camera. So, usually, quoi you would use by itself or with c'est quoi, using c'est. And qu'est-ce que is most often used with verbs such as qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire? What do you like? That like, qu'est-ce que tu aimes?